Welcome to our Branch Up class, part one. I am so excited for you because if you're here, that means that you just qualified. And that's a big deal in Park Lane and for our team Sparkle. That is a big deal. So, congratulations to you. And if you're interested, your next step is to branch up. And what does branch up mean? Branch up means you are stepping into the first level of leadership with Park Lane. And even just saying that, how does that make you feel? Does that make you feel excited, nervous, not really sure what to think? All of that is totally normal. But I think a lot of it is just sharing what you love about Park Lane. And I know some of you might just be getting started, you're not even sure yet. But if I were you, I would go on your timeline and I would share how your first party went. Or if you did a practice party, I would share how much free jewelry you earned, what your sales were, and just let people see that you're excited about this business. That will get more attention than anything you can text. So, if you've decided that you want to pursue leadership, let me tell you what branch up means. So, branch level is basically you plus one. In 1 month, you sell 300 net and you recruit a new stylist who sells $1,000 net and non. And that qualifies her, probably just like you did. And just to recap on what the net and non is, net is all full price and half price sales. That is what we make our commission on. The non part is everything else, like that's your sparkle box, your bonuses, your style drops, and all of that count together when you're helping someone qualify. Now, what do you get when you promote to branch? Well, the biggest thing is you get an instant and permanent 5% raise that never goes away. So, as a fashion director, you're making 30%. As a branch director, your new base is 35%, and it only goes up from there. You're also now eligible for the Mercedes car program, which is exciting, and you could start earning team overrides on your team. But I really think the best part is that you are becoming a leader, and now you get to empower other people to help reach their dreams and goals too. So, if you are on board to do this, let's talk about who we're going to talk to, right? Because you've got to find that next recruit or your first recruit. And when you think about who to talk to, you want to talk to your customers, your hostesses, and really your network of people. So, I always think it's better if you lead with the business. So you could make a list and reach out to people that you know, maybe people who have seen you go live on Facebook or they were part of your launch group when you got started. But you could send a simple text and say, "Hey, has anyone ever talked to you about the business side of Park Lane? Thanks for coming to my launch party. I hope you're loving the jewelry that you got. Has anyone ever talked to you about the business side of Park Lane?" And she's either going to say yes or no. So let's just say, and this verbiage I'm getting straight off of our boards, but let's just say she says, "Oh, no, that kind of stuff isn't for me. Thanks, though." And you can come back and you can say, "I totally get it. Before I joined Park Lane, I thought this about direct sales. Like for me, I used to be a CPA and I just thought the direct sales thing was a little below me. Not proud of that. Not proud of that now because I know differently. But in the beginning, that's what I thought. So that's what I would tell someone. I used to be a CPA and I thought the direct sales people were below me. I know, not proud of that. But just out of curiosity, because you're kind of my target audience, what makes this stuff not for you?" Let's say she comes back and she says, "Oh, I just don't want to annoy my friends and family." OMG, is that what you think I do? Oh, no, no, not you, of course, she's saying. "I just don't want to ask people to buy from me. I just don't think I'm a salesperson." And then you can reply, "Well, in the effort to save the reputation of what I do, I don't ask anyone to buy from me. That would be super uncomfortable. I basically talk about it, just like you talk about a book or a movie that you love. And I ask people if they're familiar with Park Lane. So I guess I asked the wrong question. I should have asked you, have you ever wanted to have extra money?" And you just kind of, I have a whole conversation here, but it's hard to script that out because you want to go with the flow of the conversation, right? You don't want to look at your notes like, okay, what did she say? And really, the best thing when you start having these conversations and she replies, text your leader what she says and let them help you create the perfect reply to that. But it all starts really with, has anyone ever talked to you about the business side of Park Lane? Start there. So that's what you could do to customers and people that you just generally know. And save this verbiage on your phone. because then you have it accessible and you can read it, you can copy and paste it, and that kind of thing. And look to see who's engaged so far in your Facebook group. I think for most of us, the first person we recruit is a friend. And it is so fun to do this business with a friend. So be thinking of who you can talk to that you can say, hey, come do this with me. We'd have so much fun. We can write off our lunches. Be great. The second person you want to talk to is hostesses. So hopefully you've scheduled some parties from your launch party or your practice party, or you've reached out, but you have something on your calendar. And we'll talk more about this in the next video, but you always want to be working to book parties from every party, because this sets your hostess up to be a future stylist with her first party booked, right? So every party, you ask every person if they want to have a party, you follow up with them, you replace every party with a party, and then hopefully you never run out of parties. So, and then you think about your network of people that you know, people that maybe are just fun. Like, oh my gosh, you are so fun. You would love this. Has anyone ever talked to you about the business side of Park Lane? Or someone who loves jewelry. You ordered so much from my launch party. You clearly love jewelry. Has anyone ever talked to you about the business side of Park Lane? Or someone who's on social media. You are so connected. This would be so great for you. Has anyone ever, and so forth. Or who just needs something fun. Oh my gosh, you would love our team. The girls that I've met already are amazing. And they're always doing something fun. They're always giving something away. There's always something you can work for. This is so fun. Has anyone, and then who needs money? Hey, I know I've heard you talk about how you want to pay for this. You should give this a try with me. Has anyone ever talked to you about this? And you just have a conversation. So what I challenge you to do for this first segment is to make a list of people that you could reach out to and say, has anyone ever talked to you about the business side of Park Lane? So here's my challenge to you. Make a list, let's say 10 to 15 people. When you've done that, let your leader know and you will be ready for part 2.